go on a journey. Sit back, buckle up, enjoy the ride with Crystal Petrie. Consulting, so inspiring.
Hello, my name is Crystal Petrie, and you are watching the Crystal Petrie Consulting Network. This is my recap of This Is Us, Season 6, Episode 17, entitled The Train. I am going to be honest with you, I literally just finished watching this episode, and I am still very emotional about this episode. And I always have to remind myself that this show is not real. These characters are not real. These are wonderful, wonderful actors and actresses. But that never seems to work. So I am trying to hold back tears. Actually, I have been holding back tears since yesterday. Tuesday. On the 17th. And I am going to try and make it through this recap without crying. But you know, when you try not to cry, how it hurts right here in your throat. Well, that's what's going on with me right now. So please bear with me. To the recap. A beautiful young Rebecca on a beautiful train. The tears started falling during Beth's speech when she went in to say goodbye to Rebecca and spoke to Rebecca about how Beth has imitated Rebecca when it comes to being a mother. How Beth thanked Rebecca for raising a wonderful son in Randall, but that Beth had it from here. And during all of this sadness and death, we find out that Deja is pregnant and she's in medical school, and we find out that it is a happy occasion and people are allowed to be happy, and there are no rules when it comes to death. So we can all be happy for Deja, that she's pregnant and she's happy and she's in medical school. And that she's still with Malik and they are going to get married. So that was a good thing during this episode. And back to Rebecca. So she's on this beautiful train. She's young, she's healthy, she's vibrant. And it seems that all the most important people in Rebecca's life are on the train with her. Randall's father is there and he's guiding her and answering questions. The doctor that delivered the big three also makes drinks. He's there still giving great advice and words of wisdom. And one of the things that he says to Rebecca is, Rebecca survived childbirth only to lose. But in her loss, she also survived. So I will ask you, what in your life have you lost in your survival? What or who have you lost in your survival of life? Let's have the conversation in the comments. I will say that through my tears, I kept wondering, who is the family that got in the car crash and who is Marcus? I guess we'll find out next episode. But then I see a young Jack covered in black soot, and that always puts a smile on my face because we all love Jack Pearson. Towards the end, as Rebecca is getting ready to pass on, all of her kids, Kate, Randall, and Kevin, are trying to figure out the perfect words to say to a magical mother. And what do you say to a magical mother that is about to leave that you will never talk to again? I think the 4 little words that they all said is the perfect thing to say. And those words are, I love you, Mom. You know, I have often thought, what happens when people pass or die? What do they think? Where do they go? I'm a firm believer in heaven and hell and Jesus Christ, so that is the anchor of my faith. But, you know, kind of maybe before you get there, what happens? Do you hear? Do you see? What do you see? You know, so many questions when it comes to death. But I think the way the writers wrote the train scene as Rebecca is passing from one life to the next, and you get to see every special person in your life, dead or alive, is a really, really good visual. And I think that I will take that visual with me. And that's what I will think of and visualize when a special person in my life passes away. I think of them on the train, young and vibrant and healthy, and seeing all of the special people in their life. And I will think that they deserve to take a rest. Thank you for bearing with me through this recap. I really tried to make it through without crying. And I think I did a pretty good job, kinda. So let's have the conversation in the comments. What did you think about this episode, The Train? What were your takeaways, and what will you take away? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's continue the conversation about The Train.
So inspiring, pushing you to your dreams.